Hello everybody, my name is Virus Little, but I am back to bring you guys another video. Today we will be looking at two builds today. The first one we're going to be looking at is Windows Longhorn, a Milestone 3, build 3718. Now this is the second build that I could get to work with Windows Longhorn, and here we're going to be doing it upgrade style. Now I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of what this build is. I don't know the compile date, but I do know that the BIOS date is November 20th, 2002. So a little bit after the first build, the very first leaked build. This build isn't very much different from the last build we were looking at. I skipped setup because setup is pretty much the same. It's nothing too different. There's nothing too much. It doesn't feature the desktop manager for 4 desktops. Excuse me. It has the same problems with Control Panel and Explorer. Excuse me. There is add and remove programs, same thing for Media Center. It's in the add and remove programs, and it's pretty much nothing too different actually. It's all pretty well and good. It was nice. I'm just looking around a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm also looking at my notes too. I'm very sorry. So it also has it features a desktop composition engine, and it's probably it's much more workable than the other builds. It would be renamed Desktop Window Composition, which is DWC, which I think you guys could kind of know where that comes from. It's in modern Windows. It provides hardware accelerated window effects, just alpha transparency and transitions, though both are quite different to what is found in later examples, which is pretty cool. And that's really about it. The build was the basis for Greenplex, which later became known as the Protoplex project. And that's really about it. That's all I have on this build. There's nothing too much I could say about it. It's a slight bit more different. It does look like the navigation bar is a little bit more different. The Windows Explorer, the UI looks the same. Icons look relatively the same. Different wallpaper, which is really nice. And there are some other components. There's the My TV app. It's in the Avalon container, which is open through Internet Explorer, and there's a Start Page launcher. I believe I don't look too much into that. I don't think I do have it, unfortunately. Looks like everything else looks the same. Yeah, everything looks the same in IE. Yeah, I do not think I was looking at those two little aspects, but we do check out the Windows Media Center, and I get an error message. All right, I get another error message, and it just doesn't open. Alrighty then, this is nice. Let's see if I can open it up again. I think it does show up. I don't remember too much. I don't think so. Windows Media Center is pretty buggy in these builds. Every time I try to open it up in some builds, like it would just crash the computer, or it would just it would legitimately break the whole operating system, and I would have to reinstall everything. So I would have to refrain from installing it again. But no, everything looks pretty much the same. Nothing too different. Let's check out the properties. I like the way that this this theme looks. I really like the look of it. I don't know, there's something about it that I really like. I wish they would have this like in Windows. They would have had this in Windows XP. It's a really nice feel to it. I feel like it would fit more with the Windows XP look. I just really like it. Windows Movie Maker looks the same. Games are all relatively the same. There's no new applications. Really? I'm pretty sure that's really about it for this build. Nothing too much to say about it. It's just a little bit another step into. It's the last Milestone 3 build, and I thought it would have a little bit of significance to it because it is the last Milestone build, and I did want to get it to, and it was the one that actually was working for me, so I wanted to show you guys this one. So I think we're pretty much about done with that build. Now I'm gonna log off, see if the login screen is any different. If hopefully it is. If not, then it's okay. We don't have to always see different things in every single build, because if we don't see anything new here, then we can just move on to the next build, which is going to be a Milestone 4 build. And that's going to be the very first Milestone 4 build, which is really nice, and we're going to be transitioning to it right now. Alright guys, we're doing the upgrade, and already we can see it's already brand new. I put in the product key and everything. It's a completely new setup, which is really cool. I had to actually reinstall everything to actually get this to work. Now, this is build 4008. This build was compiled, I don't know the compilation date, but based on the BIOS date, it's on February 20th, 2003. It's the very first leaked build of Milestone 4. It has a lot more changes, you guys can already see. And this is really cool. It shows you what accounts you've created on the beginning. Not something that you see in the first builds. I mean, in Windows XP, all it tells you is, it gives you a whole bunch of options of what to do, but it doesn't really give you like, oh, look at the list of all the things you made. And no, here we go. And the build looks completely different. It looks like it has there's a little sidebar over there, which just glitched out, unfortunately. I think I need to edit the resolution here. It's a little wonky. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let me touch that. Put a little tad down there. There we go. And I completely broke the thing on the sidebar. I'm sorry, guys. It's completely broken now. As the new installers, you guys could see, Plex has been updated. And they also have the Luna and Classic themes too, which is really nice. Now it says the Internet Explorer title bar is no longer centered, but it's aligned to the left. Properties and file folders are now displayed in the Windows Explorer window, which is pretty cool. We'll probably see that once we start navigating. See that? Yep, there it is. You guys can start seeing that completely different change. Very nice. And the build also features parental controls, so there's an early version of the parental controls, which I believe I'm going to be getting into it for you guys right here. And it's really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Nothing else I could say. Let's just look around. You can see that they have the little picture previews with the little pictures up there to give it a little bit more of an aesthetic feel to it, which is really nice. I actually like it. Looks like the icons haven't changed from the Windows XP. Windows XP style. Everything looks relatively the same, but it's just that the UI has been revamped more, which is what I really like. And activation's starting to hound on me again, which is something interesting. Here's the Longhorn. It's starting to call itself Longhorn Professional. It's no longer calling itself Longhorn XP. It's starting to call itself Longhorn for the time being. Oh, that looks really cool. I never saw that. I think that okay. I know where that's from. It's because they were gonna have, I believe, for Game Center, like a little game place where you can put all your games, and that was the preview icon for Minesweeper, and I thought that was pretty cool. That's really, really nice. Let's check out these little things. Here we go. There's Parental Controls. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like. As you know, this is a big feature that they had. If you guys do remember back then, I believe it was Windows ME. You guys were able to do some... Actually, no, not Windows ME. I'm sorry, Windows Neptune. When it first started to do parental controls, and it was a really cool feature. And I mentioned back then in that video that it would make a comeback in Windows Vista, and as you can see, it does make a comeback right here in the Longhorn Milestone 4 builds, which is really cool. It's really not, you obviously have to have multiple user accounts. There's a child account. It's a limited account, but in Neptune, it was a little bit more different. They would have, I believe it was the guest, child, adult, administrator, and owner account is what they would have. And it was really cool. I'm surprised that they didn't... I kind of wish Neptune was put into development more. I would have really liked to see that. Or I would like to see more builds of Neptune. I hope one day we actually get to see how far Microsoft went before they reset Neptune and started doing Windows XP, kind of like how they did right here with Longhorn. I would really love to see where they reset, and that would just be great. If I could ever get my hands on one of those builds of any other known build of Neptune, or any other build that they might have been working on during the Neptune project, because you know they had the Odyssey and they had Triton and all that was planned. I don't think those were fully placed in plan. I think they just had the blueprints to it. Looks like Windows Media Player has been updated a little bit. At least the setup has. It doesn't look any different. But yeah, I would have really absolutely loved to have gotten my hands on one of those builds. It would have been just a blessed experience. I would have loved it. Now it looks like Windows Internet Explorer doesn't look too different. Still has the same version number and everything. Still has the same Windows flag. Still some branding inconsistencies, but that's okay because it's still pretty early in development. This is just the fourth milestone build. And it's the very first one. My apologies. I said that it doesn't refer to itself as Longhorn XP, and right in the corner, it's referring to itself as Longhorn XP, so I'm just correcting myself right there. Now it looks like the games are pretty much the same. Nothing too, they haven't added anything too different. Oh, some of the icons actually changed. The My Contacts one. Add and remove programs, it's relatively the same. I only have one program installed, which would be the Intel graphics driver, so I'm giving you guys these beautiful graphics. There's some new Windows components. Let's see. You guys can take a look at it on my screen. It's looking a little blurry for me. I'm sorry. It's the media center. I'm trying to look at the other ones too. Nothing. Oh, and I'm getting error messages. Okay. Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let me. Oh, come on, let's see. Let's see if I can find the file I was looking for. I believe. Let's see. Where? Docs. Come on, show me. Give me places. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just going through the disk, which is pretty funny. I believe, and this all stems from me wanting to install Windows Media Center. Also, again, the build includes my TV app, which is an application for recording and watching TV. The application is a Avalon container, which is open in Internet Explorer. So you can see Microsoft Sam's still here. Oh, beautiful Microsoft Sam. I don't think I have any sound card on here, unfortunately, so you guys aren't able to hear any sound. This is really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm actually having fun with this. It was an adventure going through these builds. It was kind of, as always, it's really fun just to see the... Oh, and here we have the media. You can actually have your media player on while you're browsing the internet, which is really cool. I don't think Microsoft has that implemented at all. I'm gonna try to connect to the internet. I don't think it's gonna work. Set up connection manually. It looks like these setups are pretty much the same. Nothing too different with them. I don't see any anything off. Everything looks pretty familiar to me. I don't think these connections are gonna work, but I guess we'll see. I doubt it. I don't believe I had these configured to. I don't think I had any of the builds configured to go to the internet really, and it looks like it's not gonna work. Oof. Great. No internet for us, so we gotta pretty much use this computer, and I'm gonna frantically try again. I don't know what I was doing here. Don't ask me, guys. I'm just going on an adventure for you guys. Oh my lord, this is great. Absolutely love it. But yeah, as I was saying, you guys, yeah. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I'm just really wanting to connect to the internet right now. Well, I guess that ain't gonna happen. And obviously we can't go to Windows Update. I don't think Windows Update is actually gonna work here. Alright, we got some... Nope, everything looks relatively the same. I'm still trying to connect to the internet. Why can't I get it stuck to my head that I cannot connect to the internet? Oh lord, what am I doing? I'm just kind of embarrassing myself at this point. Yeah, I think that's really about it, guys. There's nothing else I can really say about the build. Everything, I've covered pretty much everything. I've got all of my notes. Pretty much run through them all, yeah. That was fun. That was absolutely fun. I had a lot of fun installing the build. These builds haven't given me too much have not given me many problems at all. Just for the simple fact that I guess I got lucky. I was hearing some people saying that I would have a lot of problems. They were super buggy. And I mean, yeah, they are buggy, but I wasn't having like the amount of problems that I was told I was supposed to have. And it looks like everything, yeah, the stock photos are still the same. I really like the way that they had those little pictures up there. It's really nice. It looks like they have this, yep, same document, same default picture, same default music. It looks like the properties look the same. They did change a little bit there with the UI, which is really nice. And it's gonna, oh no, CD. Am I gonna give up? Am I gonna give up? I think I'm gonna give up. Alrighty, that's fun. That's great. There, you guys can enjoy my endeavors. Looks like the help and support center looks relatively, a little bit different actually. It looks just a tiny bit different. Nothing from the last time we saw it, which was an XP, which is really nice. I'm so sorry I couldn't get the other little tab over there to like actually work. With me changing the screen resolution, I wish I didn't change it. I wish I was able to look over it a little bit before. I wish I was able to look it over before I even changed the screen resolution. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, I think that's about it. So I would just like to tell you guys, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Thank you guys for your continued support and your awesome comments. I really love it. I really love reading every single one of them. It does make me want to continue doing these, even though I'm crazy busy and I'm doing other projects on the side. Got some other things that I'm doing just here and there, and I'm still able to make these videos for you guys. So thank you guys for staying with me even for my long absence. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos to whomever you think would enjoy my content. Or just to someone who wants to go down memory lane and check out old Windows. Alrighty guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Virus Deliverable, signing off.